your girl, Mandev, bring to the brr. Willow's like all huddled in the corner just sleeping, like, girl, what are you doing? Also, it looks like I've got an Adam's apple. Yeah. Look, it's really prominent. I've always kind of had a bony neck, but it's never been that prominent. If you've made it past that, I congratulate you. If you're still watching, well done. Thumbs up for you, my friend. In this video, I am going to tell you why I quit college. You could probably tell that from the title, but just in case you can't, or just in case you thought maybe I was clickbaiting you, even though it's not the most clickbaity title, I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm here to tell you why I quit college. So I quit college, which in America, I think is high school. So, because your uni is our college. So yeah, I quit college / sixth form, which is high school. So I quit high school, but we don't say high school here. Which means I have no A-levels, I have no uni degrees, obviously. I only have my GCSE, so I only have my secondary school grades, and for America, middle school grades. It wasn't really something that I planned to happen, but it did happen, and I'm going to explain to you why I did it, and to explain more to you for other people who are also in similar situations. Let's get on with it. I won't lie, from the beginning I started secondary school, I was miserable. I think some people after school and education, it's just their thing, it's good for them, and just a little select of us, it's just not for us. I think I was this select where education and school, it just never was for me. Now, I hated school so much. It wasn't that I hated learning. I mean, learning wasn't the funnest things. It was more because I always struggled to fit in. Obviously, I didn't really like the work, but it wasn't that. Learning's good. And I had a lot of friend issues. Yeah, I just was miserable, and a good metaphor's probably not the right word, anatomy is probably not the right word, a good foreshadow was the first day I went into school. I cried because I got sent out of class because I bumped into a teacher. I literally was running late for my lesson, bumped into her, and she was like, out! No, child! And little tiny year 7 Amelia, who was about 4 foot nothing, because I didn't go through puberty till I was 16. Anyway, little Amelia cried her eyes out and was like, I don't want to go back in there. And I feel like little year 7 Amelia should have seen this as a foreshadow for the rest of her school years. Like, she should have seen it as like a little maths book coming towards her and saying, you're not going to enjoy school, mate. You're not going to enjoy it. Quit while you're ahead. No, I'm glad I didn't quit while ahead. I'm glad. I wasn't enjoying school all the way through secondary school. I'd cry, I'd be really upset, I'd be miserable, like so miserable. It'd be such a contrast to Grace, who really liked school, my brother, who really liked school. I just was miserable, and I never felt like I could fit in. I never felt like I could fit in a friendship group. Like, I just didn't. I've got lipstick on my teeth. But I was like, college will be different, college will change, like, it will be a different atmosphere, I'm like closer with this group of friends, like, college will be different, a nice fresh start, I'm looking forward to college. Now, our college was a sixth form, which means it was attached to our secondary school, which also meant a majority of people from our secondary school went there, same teachers. It kind of was a bit like you were still in school. I think that's kind of where I also went wrong. But yeah, college was worse. So much worse. So much worse. I don't know how it could have got worse, but it was worse. I was miserable for numerous of reasons. Number one, I found it so hard. See, the thing about me is I'm not the most academic. So if I want to do well at something, I have to try so hard. My brain isn't very good at remembering stuff, but like, I wouldn't say I was working the hardest, really, as I should have been, and I found the transition from GCSE to A-levels very hard, and so I was feeling quite stupid, and that obviously was a downplay. The work was very overloading. I was finding it very intense. Also, I decided to start doing YouTube when I was at this college, and that probably wasn't a wise decision, because people make note of that, and you know, there are jokes there and here. It wasn't this channel, it was a different channel. But yeah, that wasn't very wise. And then also, I still kind of had friend issues. It's hard to say, because it wasn't like anyone was being mean directly at me. It was just more of an issue that I struggled to fit in. I just wanted to be in this group, and I just struggled to kind of find myself. I felt like it didn't fit in. It's hard to explain, and I don't want to go into details, you know, because I don't know who's watching this, and I like to think it wasn't malicious on their side, it wasn't intentional, and, you know, maybe I just didn't fit in, but, you know, there was times where I wasn't being invited to stuff, and wasn't always included, and it sounds like petty stuff, but when you're there, and you tend to be the only one out of the whole group that's not invited to something, it is heartbreaking, and it's a feeling that, it's an awful feeling. Being left out is an awful feeling, and I had that a lot throughout school, and then the fact that I had it in college as well, it broke me a little bit. Like, it sounds so dramatic, but I was very, very sad. There was this one incident that happened, and I don't think it was the incident itself, but I think it was the build-up of things, and I just felt very left out, almost humiliated, and I went home crying, and I said to my mum, like, I can't go back there. I can't go back there. I'm not going back. So I didn't. And that's it. I stopped. And I was working at Waitrose this time, so I started working at Waitrose more. And I was just thinking I'll make money. And then I was like, oh, I'll go back to school. Like, I'll go to a different college when the next year rolls around. So I was just making money. But I realised me quitting college made me even more miserable than I thought was possible. Like, I was so sad, and I think what it was that I went from college having a structure every day to not really knowing what I was doing in my life. Yeah, I was working in Waitrose, but I wasn't doing it every day, and I loved Waitrose, don't get me wrong. Like, a majority of my friends I have right now because I worked in Waitrose, and I'm so thankful for that, but I wasn't happy. I was even worse, and I felt so lonely, because even though I might not have been included all the time, I still had people I talked to, I still had people that I chatted to, I still had people that I saw. It was like daily interaction with people, like even people that you would just sit next to in class and say, oh, what's the date? It literally went from that to nothing, and it was awful, and I wasn't going out the house, I wasn't seeing anyone, but I soon found myself, you know, and I like to look back on it. Yeah, it might have not been what I planned, but I should have no regrets, because I'm here now and I am happy. I did have a lot of situations where I was like, what am I doing with my life? Because, you know, I've got no grades, I don't really have a lot I can fall back on. I think that sometimes you have to take those risks, and you should have no regrets. I'm kind of making this video to myself and other people who have had situations where things haven't gone to plan, and it means that even though you're not following the traditional route, it's okay, because you really can't plan things in life. You don't know what's going to happen. You just kind of have to go with the flow, because let's say just because you dropped out of college or high school, it doesn't mean you're not going to be successful, and there's very different definitions of success for certain people. Like, I don't believe success means money. I think it means happiness and being comfortable and just being flourished, like with a good well-being, if that makes sense. And I'm kind of making this video to me, like, future Amelia, yeah, you dropped out of college, but don't have regrets. Like, you will be successful one day. Like, you will. You have done it just a different way in life. Also, throughout this video, I swear my hair's just getting poofier and poofier. Like, what's going on with that? The moral to this story is that you can't plan life. But no, seriously, you can't plan life, and sometimes things don't go to plan, but you should have no regrets, because I regretted it for so long, and the way I think of it, like, I might not have been doing what I'm doing today if I didn't quit college. You know, I might have not worked at Waitrose so much and made so many good friends from Waitrose. I probably wouldn't have written, because I don't think I was writing when I was at college, and now I've written 3 novels, unpublished, but still, hey, I've written them. I probably wouldn't still be doing YouTube, because, you know, maybe I wouldn't have had time to, or maybe I wouldn't fall on YouTube, because YouTube was a real good comfort for me when I was sad. I probably wouldn't be presenting for MTV, because, you know, if I was at uni right now, I wouldn't be able to present for MTV. Right now, I feel like I am in a good place with college and everything. I am in touch with, you know, some people, some of my friends from school. Like, it's all good now, and, like, people change, people have grown up. I think my nose is looking very piggy today. Do you know what I mean? I'm looking very piggy. Anyway, that is my video for today. I'm going to stop talking because I've talked for so much. If you'd like me to talk more about these sort of serious sort of subjects, let me know down in the comments and give this video a thumbs up. I shall see you soon, guys. Bye!